Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Tatra tam buddhi samyogam labate parvadehikam yatate cha tato bhuyaha samsiddhau kuru nandana. On taking such a birth, he again revives the divine consciousness of his previous life and he tries to make further progress in order to achieve complete success. O son of Kuru. So here Prabhupada is talking about how we get another opportunity. Because Arjuna's question was Hindi, English. Dono chalega. So Arjuna's question was that what will happen if somebody practices spiritual life and he is not successful in completing it, then what will happen? Okay? Such a question will only be asked by somebody who is serious in spiritual life. There are so many people visiting temples or whatever places of worship, but they'll never ask this question because they don't go to temple for spiritual perfection. They are going to temple for use God for their material life. They want to rot in the material life and God should supply them resources. Correct? I want to enjoy like this, I want to enjoy like this, and God, they will go with the list. Give me this, give me this, give me this. That is their way. This is all children class. Not Krishna, Arjuna does not belong to the children class. We should go, rather Prabhupada said, instead of making God the order carrier, we should become order carrier of God. Correct? We go to God to order. Do this to me. This is way to go to temple or what? God, do this, do this. Who is the servant of who? God is your servant or you are servant of God? If you are servant of God, when you go to temple, you should say, my Lord, what is the order? Please, Adesha. When Hanuman goes to Lord Rama, what he says? Adesha he gives or he takes Adesha? He takes Adesha. My Lord, what do you want? Yes, go to Lanka. Jumps and goes. Correct? That we are supposed to do. Take, sacrifice everything for God's pleasure. Rather, we want to sacrifice God for our pleasure. Correct? And if this is not working, try another one. And in fact, they make Guru also like that. Prabhupada said for them, Guru is also fashion. Fashion. I have that Guru. Not to obey his order. He should obey my order. And he should tell how great I am, how special I am. So Arjuna does not belong to that category. He is a genuine devotee. So he is saying, Krishna, I will follow you. Suppose somebody follows a spiritual path. But what happens to him if he does not complete? It's a very serious question from a serious spiritualist. Correct? This question everybody will not ask. Generally people go to a temple, something is going, it is nice, it is nice. But they are not serious. For what purpose they are going? They have no need actually. For them the need of the going to temple is what? For some kind of material life. Correct? So now the question is very important, asked by a genuine person. What is the answer Krishna is giving? Neha brikamana shvasti pratyavayo na vidyate salpum apiyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. This question is actually already answered in 2nd chapter. Even little devotion service will protect you. Because devotion service is the credit for the soul. आप पाप करते हैं, that is one account. Punya is another account. Akarma is another account. There are 3 accounts. Understood? Now when we are doing devotion service to Krishna, it is a special account, akarma account, not papa punya. That will remain birth after birth. It is eternal credit for the soul. And in next life, correct? That thing will, somewhere some kirtan is going on. I just want to go and sit there. Some people are there, they just don't want to get up. It was in the time when Prabhupada movement was launched in America. When Prabhupada used to visit a temple, so many devotees used to come just to see him. They knew he's a very, very great devotee of Krishna. Just want to see him. And sometimes there will be so much place in the temple that tell some devotees you have to go out. So no, will not move out of this place. I want to see him. I want to see him speaking. Because he'll come once in a year. Just for a few minutes we can see him. It is such a pleasure. So why this kind of urge? Because he is continuing his spiritual life from previous birth. He has so much desire to see a pure devotee. That means it is not ordinary. It's extraordinary condition. Correct? Extraordinary condition. So much desire is there. So this is, we have to become. Just like in India that is there. People are seeing such utsukta. They go for darshan in a temple. They are ready to wait. Tirupati they go. They wait for some time. 2 days also in a queue to take darshan. That's very nice. But then this is not there in their mind that will I be able to complete? Arjuna is asking this question. Krishna, what if I do not complete? This should be there in our mind. College mein pada rahe, we are thinking or not? What will happen after 4 years when you are going out? Everybody is thinking or not? Whole 4 years we are thinking. I cannot stay in the college all the time. I have to go out. What will I do after that? Correct? And as the days are nearing, we are in tension. What will I do after this? So similarly, when we are living in this body, why we are foolish to think I will end with the body? Atma will never end. What will it do after this body? It's very important. And if I do not complete the spiritual progress, what will happen to me? So Krishna is assuring, don't worry, there is no loss on this. Whatever you do is the eternal credit. And next life you will continue from what you have done. Anything else will be lost. You become a saint man, rich man, next life you will become a pig. There is no guarantee what will happen to you. Material life, there is no guarantee. You will be destroyed. Everything will be destroyed. This life you are a prime minister, next life you will be a dog. Material life is like this. But spiritual life is independent of all this. You will continue from, even in the body of a dog, your devotion will not go away. Still you will be attracted. So there is an example given of Bharat Maharaj, very famous example. Okay, so that I will explain now. Bharat Maharaj was a very great king, so great king. Previously kings used to rule the whole earth planet. It was called previously Ilavrata Varsha. This is not now, this is a long time ago, before the so-called historians even existed. It's a long time. Therefore it is called Purana. Purana means old history. The modern historian doesn't want to accept, we don't have to do anything with them. We accept the authorities. So previously the king of the whole planet was called Ilavrata. The planet was named Ilavrata Varsha. Just like after that, when Bharat Maharaj gave a great rule, it became as Bharat Varsha. Whole planet, one king. Just like in Bhagavad Gita also, Ivam Vivasvate Yogam. Vivasvan is the son of the king planet, sun planet. Sun planet, there is a king. Yes, there is a whole civilization there. There is a king also there. But people cannot understand. Because Atma can live everywhere. Atma is not limited by matter. Okay. So similarly now this king is there. His name is Bharat Maharaj. Therefore India's name is Bharatvarsh. This Bharat is different from what Arjuna is called Bharatashava. That is referring to another Bharat Maharaj. That is the Dushanta's son. Correct? Or Dushanta Shakuntala. Correct? That is another Bharat Maharaj. So this Bharat Maharaj, what happened to him was that he came to a very young age. He handed over his kingdom to his children and he came to the forest for tapasya. When he was doing tapasya in the forest, he was so spiritually advanced because whole life also he was practicing spiritual life. But now, that's a Vedic culture, at around 50 years of age, we should renounce material responsibilities and become serious spirituality. Now 90 years also you want to become prime minister, that is present. But previously 50 years they will hand over. Let the younger generation take over. They will become serious because the mission of life is not all this thing. Mission of life is to reach Krishna's lotus feet. Okay, I have some duty, responsibility, I take care, but even that time they are practicing because suddenly at 50 years you not have taste for spiritual life. Many people say, "Ye to 60 saal baat karenge," but you will have no faith, no taste to do it. We have seen so many examples. Whole life we should practice. Just like before exam we become very serious, before the death exam we should become very serious. That is the whole point. Okay? So that's why they have 60 years, they will be reading, chanting and practicing spiritual life very seriously. So now what happens is that when he comes to the forest to meditate on the Lord, he is so spiritually advanced that tears of love of Krishna appear in his eyes. where the different symptoms he has shown, described, he is in the 8th stage of spiritual advancement. There are 9 stages: Shraddha, Sadhusanga, Bhajan Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava, Prema. So he is in the Bhava stage. Bhava Bhakta. We are Shraddha Bhakta. He is the Bhava Bhakta. Okay, different stages. So now what happens when he sees him, when in that situation he is in such intense love of Krishna, just waiting for blazing fire. That is pure love of Krishna. When pure love of Krishna arises in your heart, Krishna appears. Just one stage before perfection. That's an example given. Just like वो snake and ladder खेलते थे ना हम लोग बचपन में. 99 में हमेशा एक snake होता था. Correct? So there is always trap. And you have to show a sincerity. And trap was not एग्ज़ाम भी जितने आप जैसे जो एग्ज़ाम आपको 10th क्लास में होता है वो फर्स्ट क्लास में नहीं होता. जैसे ही आपकी क्लास बढ़ते जाती है एग्ज़ाम भी मोर डिफ़िकल्ट होता रहता है. ग्रेट. तो भरत महाराज को छोटा मोटा एग्ज़ाम नहीं था लड़की का ये सब, वो एग्ज़ाम नहीं था, उसका एग्ज़ाम बड़ा टफ था. एक हिरण, वन डियर कम्स रनिंग, सुना है आपने भरत महाराज के एग्ज़ाम. वन डियर कम्स रनिंग, प्रेग्नेंट डियर, उसके पीछे टाइगर इज चेजिंग एंड द डियर टू सेव हर लाइफ जम्प्स अक्रॉस अ शैलो स्मॉल स्ट्रीम. होता है ना छोटा सा नदी का स्ट्रीम होता है ना, आप कूद के जा सकते दूसरे से. शी जम्प्स अक्रॉस, शी लैंड्स ऑन द अदर साइड, बट बिकॉज ऑफ एग्जॉशन शी ऑन द वे शी इज टेंशन में हमेशा मिसकैरेज होता है. मालूम है आपको? Too much tension we should not give to a pregnant woman. She may deliver the child in tension. Miscarriage हो जाता है. So she delivers the child, lands on the other side, because of exhaustion and childbirth she dies. And the small child falls on the water and धीरे धीरे बह रहा है. And भरत महाराज उधर भाव में. Anyway, devotee will have what is called Paradukha Dukhi. He feels pain seeing anybody getting pain. That is also correct. He picks up the small child and gives it food to the child. That is also okay. Child now start, but attachment should not be there. He gets attached to the deer now. He is doing is japa, whatever in that age. Different mantras are there in different ages. Kalyuga mantra is Hare Krishna mantra. Satyuga mantra is Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So he is doing his japa, and the deer is with the horn, small छोटे छोटे horn होते हैं ना, touching him. He becomes now attached to the deer. He leaves his japa, he starts playing with the deer. Stage becomes this much. The whole day he is wait for the deer, because deer, what he has to do with him? As he grows up, he is searching for other deers. He is searching for she deer. He is his own life, correct? But this person whole day is, instead of thinking of Krishna, is thinking of the deer. What was the need for him to leave the house if you want to do this? When he left the house, his wives, every kingdom whole cried. Previously, kings used to be so great. At 50 years of age, when they used to leave, whole kingdom used to feel, my God, where has he gone? They used to search for him. आज जाए तो सब लोग खुश होते हैं. One Prime Minister of India was there, first Prime Minister. When he was dying, he was thinking, how will his country run without him? ऐसे लोग. But पहले ऐसा नहीं था. They used to train well a next dependent, next king. And number two, the rule used to be so king, whole country used to love. So dutifully they used to do. So he was a great king. But if he has to become attached materially and taking care of other people, then why left the kingdom? Better go to the kingdom. Whole kingdom is waiting. Correct? It is very difficult to communicate across species. It is very easy to communicate in the same species. Correct? For any species. So here now the deer is running whole day. One day deer did not come back. He is searching for the deer. He is roaming the forest. Searching, where is the deer? Where is it? Praying to God now for the deer. Just imagine. He lost all his spiritual life. Stopped all his tapasya. So sadhana, everything over. And searching for the deer, he fell down one from a mountain in a pit. Didn't see. And fell and died thinking of the deer. Instead of thinking of Krishna, he is thinking of the deer. What happened now? He became deer next life. Whatever you think, you get a body accordingly. But Krishna was kind to him. because he was very spiritually advanced, Krishna gave him memory of that life. What life? Of the... He was doing tapasya, how he got lost. Actually, many people analyze different stages of his mistakes. He got too attached. Number 2, he should have taken counsel of other Vaishnavas. What should I do? He should have asked his guru, what should I do? Because there is nothing without guru, spiritual life. He must be having a guru. He should have taken his guidance and saved himself. He went on his own, fell down. And then finally what happened? Situation came that he reached the forest. Situation came, he died. So Krishna gave him the memory. So when in the body of the deer, he's always remembering. What did I do? Now I'm in a deer body. कहाँ वैकुंठ जाने के लिए जंगल निकला था, हिरण बन गया. Correct? ये तो दुर्गति हो गई. So then he left his mother as soon as he could walk and ran over to the place where sages are doing tapasya. And he used to, होता है ना वो पूजा करके फूल फेंकते हैं, फूल खाता था. And he was waiting, and finally he had to die. He left his body. Next life he got a body. He was called Jada Bharata. In the sense, he got a human form in a house of a Brahmana. Same thing we are discussing. Shuchinam Srimatam Gehe. And there, he very serious he became. So much so, because he saw his father was a pure person, but he saw he's more of Karmakandi. You understand Karmakandi? Karmakandi is more interested in living comfortably on the name of God. They are not interested to go back to Krishna's lotus feet. Normal spirit, normal religion people is that much only. And he used to run behind he used to, rather at this stage, no running behind, he used to sit down. He acted that deaf and dumb. Because he didn't want people to disturb him. Anybody who chants very nicely, he looks for a place where we can attentively hear Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare. He doesn't want distraction japa time, correct? He wants to hear every word. The same way when you become serious spiritually, you withdraw from the outside public. But outside public will disturb him, so he becomes deaf and dumb. मतलब ऐसा एक्ट करने लगा दुनिया में जैसे गूंगा बहरा है. Actually गूंगा बहरा नहीं था. And he was constantly in meditation on Krishna. So many things happened in his life. His brother mistreated him after his father died. They used him like a labor. Once he was kidnapped by dacoits who wanted to give Narabali. This kind of Narabali system is there since long time. They wanted to give Narabali to Devi. He was completely detached. And then the Devi came to protect him. He killed all the dacoits because he was a great devotee. The Devi personally came for his protection from the altar and killed all the people. He was completely peaceful, protected, in danger, no difference for him. He was very, very advanced devotee now. This kind of behavior is not possible for an ordinary person, correct? We cannot do like that. And then later, one king used him as a servant to carry his palanquin because he was sitting in the field. He was a laborer for his brothers. The king saw him, strong boy, just sitting like that. So they called him. The king's palanquin, one person was missing. So they used him to carry king's palanquin he was carrying. But then he cannot walk like his other servants. Was walking on the ants and killing ants. He was walking very carefully, not to crush ants. Then what happened? Something else happened now. The king was getting very uncomfortable because the palanquin was not going properly, correct? They are walking, bad, 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 bad. He was walking very carefully. He doesn't want to step on an ant also because he's a great personality, correct? Any great man will never give pain to anybody. So then what happens? That the king becomes very angry, starts chastising him. And he, first time in his life, he chose to open his mouth. My dear king, you are telling I am fat, I am thin, I am none of them. I am a spirit soul. The king heard the, strong commanding voice. He got a shock of his life. He's not expecting such knowledge from ordinary laborers. But he was a good king. He came down from the chariot, fell at his feet. Please pardon me. And I want to hear spiritual knowledge. Then Bharat Maharaj spoke. Bhagavatam records it in many chapters. 3-4 chapter, his teachings to King Rahuguna is there. It is recorded in Bhagavatam because of the words of a realized soul. Okay? So that way we have to understand. It's a very great. So this example of Bharat Maharaj is very important to understand the life of reincarnation. And how much we should be serious. Somehow we have got this opportunity. There should be no more birth. We are not talking superficial. Gita is not armchair philosophy. No, we should be very serious. We should be very serious. There should be no more birth. For that we have to do serious. Our stages, not even beginning stage. So what is needed? Bhajan Kriya. That is called sadhana. Shraddha, sadhu sangha. Shraddha we have. Then you go to association of devotees. They guide you what to follow in Kali Yuga. They say you have to do sadhana. Then you have to begin the stage of Bhajan Kriya. Bhajan Kriya is done in the order of Acharya. Prabhupada order we are all doing Bhajan Kriya. We have to sit down and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Seriously you have to do Bhajan Kriya. Then the spiritual advancement will come. Okay? So we should not miss this opportunity. And as we practice, we should see there are symptoms of spiritual advancement. Because if you do Bhajan Kriya properly, Anartha Nivritti should happen. All unwanted desires of material success should vanish from your heart. This way I'll become happy. This way I'll become happy. I'll become very famous like this. Vyavarika level, externally we do so many things, but at heart, we have no desire for material things. Dutifully we do our responsibilities in society, but we don't aspire for anything external. We are very peaceful, very happy. Whatever situation God keeps me, see, I'm very happy. And we should have faith. God maintains. Krishna is maintaining so many birds. They have no bank account. They have no job. Krishna is maintaining so many animals. Any job is there. Insurance is there. They don't have any insurance. They don't have any job. But still they are maintained. So why Krishna will not maintain me? I am his servant. That faith should be there. Correct? Krishna is maintaining elephants in the forest. It's government going and giving some allowance there. No. They're eating 50 kilo, 100 kilo at a time. Krishna is providing. So Krishna will maintain me. That faith should be there. That faith should be there. At the same time, God help those who help themselves. Something I do for my maintenance. Not that I go sleep and God will put food in my mouth. No. Something I have to do. I have some 7-8 hours maximum I work for my life. That's it. Rest of the time I try to do devotion service. Correct? Best is all the time do 24 hours to devotion service. That is best. But sometimes if you have to do work for you, okay, spend some hours, but don't make it Ugar Karma. Not at the cost of sadhana. Nothing at the cost of sadhana. Sadhana should not be compromised. On that cost, we don't do anything. That is then suicide. That is suicide. Because the very purpose of life will be lost then. Correct? Then the life is the purpose. So this way, Bharat Maharaj's life is very, very, very instructive. Another point is that just because I am a devotee, I cannot do anything or everything. Bharat Maharaj also did not go to kingdom of Krishna. You will be punished. Just because I am chanting Hare Krishna, I cannot do everything. I will be punished. Bharat Maharaj is punished for carelessness. Correct? So Krishna is very kind, but he is also very strict. Okay? So we should be very serious and sincere in spiritual life, so that we can reach Krishna's lotus feet. And whatever is done in Krishna consciousness is always auspicious. Always it will help us. But Prabhupada said, try to make this your last life. Do not plan for another life, because we do not know what we will do next life. Opportunity will be given. Will I take or not? That freedom I always have. So many people have an opportunity. Their parents are nice devotees. We see how they throw it away. Correct? I may not take advantage of the opportunity. So this life should be the last life. We should be very, very serious. Prabhupada says, just like suppose somebody wants to write IS exam. Will he work hard or it will be easy? Will he work hard? So if you want to reach Krishna's lotus feet, definitely you should work very hard. Don't take it cheap. Correct? We should be serious. It's the biggest challenge you can make in life, to go back to Krishna's lotus feet. Srila Prabhupada ki, Bhagavad Gita ki.